As an Amazon associate, I earn from qualifying purchases, so if you guys can get the stuff that I'm showing you here from the links below, it'll help me out, help me pay for more videos, help you guys out. I feel it's really important that everyone starts getting on the solar grid, and this is a good way to start. You're going to need these high quality batteries, these battery terminal connectors, the link below, 2-gauge wire, I'll have a link below for these. You are going to need automatic transfer switch, I'm going to have a link below for that. Get it. You're going to need these things, I forget what they're called right now. I'll have a link below for these. And definitely going to need the wire. This is 10-gauge solar wire, link below for that. I will have the link below for this. So you guys can grab all this stuff on Amazon. I'm getting a brand new charge controller. Doesn't really matter what kind you get. I mean, MPPT or better. This is an old one I have, but I just got the upgrade, so I'll show you that in a minute. And I'll have the link for that one. These batteries are at Batteries Plus. You guys can get those about $154 a piece plus the core. And the inverter I got is it's awesome. I've had it for years. It's working great. I'll have the link below for that. You're gonna need these cables for the inverter. These are all 4-gauge cables, I believe, that I bought. I'll have the link below for that. And this is a 100 amp fuse you're gonna need. So definitely get that. I'm adding on a wind system, so I'm gonna have a brand new wind charger, solar charger, and pay attention, just tune in, like and subscribe. If you guys want to know more, ask me questions, I'll make more videos. Okay, so let's start right here. The power comes in from the solar panels, where they're connected together. Up there, I have about 580 watts or so of all my panels. That comes in through one of these on the outside, it's sealed. And you're going to take them wires, run them to the panels wherever you got them. I'll show you guys that later on in the video, what they look like. It's nighttime right now, so I'll do it tomorrow. Those go to your solar charge controller. Very simple. There's a place where it says solar power. Check it with the multimeter so you know which is positive and negative. Okay, next thing you're going to have, what I have, is I don't have a digital readout, so I added this. It's a it tells me how many amps and how many volts are coming out of my charge controller into my batteries, and that runs down straight to where the fuse and batteries are all at. I have my inverters plugged in here. My negative battery actually meets up where my inverter is on that post right there. So that post, you're going to want to get one of these things, automatic transfer switch. It's unplugged right now, but because I'm upgrading. This will switch between power from your inverter coming off of your batteries from your solar system to power to the grid at whatever you set. I set mine for when the battery gets down to about 11.6. It'll switch back to the power from the grid until my batteries reach about 12.7. And then it'll switch back automatically. I don't have to worry about doing it. And that's simple. I can show you guys how to wire that up in the next video. You're also going to need one of these. This tool, these come together. These help you so you can read volts and amps, but I actually don't even need that anymore since I got a brand new controller that does all that. You're going to want to get one of these. There's one outside my house and inside. It's sealed up with a gasket. Outside, inside I didn't really need to seal it. And then you run your solar power wires, which I will also have a link in the description below. These are 10-gauge wires. You can connect them to your MC4 connectors, and those are up on the roof, which split to your different solar panels, which I will show you later. Those will be in the link below too. Definitely get those. You're going to need the MC4 Y connectors, so that way you can at least put a couple panels. You're going to at least need a couple. I have like 580 watts of power with all my panels. So, and I got this old controller. You can start out with these if you don't have wind. I just got the wind upgrade, so I have a controller that does wind power and solar power. So, I mean, it's simple enough. You can look right here. Make sure you plug in the right positive and negatives everywhere. And then that feeds your batteries. I have the over here, this is like the main power for you can use accessories on. I have that telling my automatic transfer switch how much battery power is in my system. So that's just a quick connection. You could connect that anywhere, but I connected it here because it's close. So probably notice this thing. There's a hole in my wall right behind here, and the wires from my kitchen area lights are and my all my power outlets in my living room. The breaker that feeds that is hooked up into this, then to the breaker to tell it to switch what it's going to do. So that's what it does. The one in the output is the wire that goes out to the rooms, and I had an extension to where that was connected to the breaker in the neutral. So there's an extension coming from behind here through the wall, and then that goes to the output, and then public power is where this one connects straight to the breaker and the neutral in place of the other wire. So if you're confused, ask questions in the leave comments below. You're going to want to definitely use high gauge wires. These are alright, so I got all these batteries hooked up together now. There are a set of 4. These 2 are in series to make 12 volts. These 2 are in series to make 12 volts. Positives are connected here, negatives connected there. And that way that doubles the amperage. So I went from only 230 amp hours to 460 amp hours. What that's going to do is allow me to pretty much, I'm hoping it'll let me have enough power to do everything I need throughout the night until the beginning of the next charge phase. But I also just added I'm in the process of adding a wind turbine that I got from Amazon. I'll show that to you guys here in a second. I also bought, as an Amazon affiliate, I am able to make some money if you guys buy it from the links that I share. So here, come check this out. I got this charge controller, and this thing will run my solar power and my new wind generator I got, doing the same thing as the other one, but it's a lot more in-depth stuff. You can check all the amperage and everything coming in, all the watts on the solar, how much power you're drawing from the system, and it has this thing called dump load. So when your battery is completely full and your wind turbine is still turning, it will turn your electricity that you don't need into heat. So obviously you want to just have big enough battery bank. You're not turning your energy into heat. So that's why I updated my batteries. This thing, I have a link below, and you can help me out and then buying it from my link. Here's the wind turbine. I got a 500 watt wind turbine, and got the link below. This thing came with some bolts and stuff, came with the connectors for the wings, but I had to buy this part here. I got a link below for that too, so you can get that. Get a piece of rubber gasket maker, put between those for vibration, and then connected the 3 wires to some 12-2 Romex. This is outdoor cable. So we'll get that. There's even a part number if you need it from Home Depot. But I got a link below. You guys can get that on Amazon as well. So I've got that connected up through the pipe, soldered and wire nut with electrical tape around it, and fit in here real nice. So that's going to run down my antenna cable and go to my where my solar and wind connect everywhere too. So when this spins, makes power, sends it through here, it's going to go to the charge controller. This is the cheap charge controller that came with it, but I connected it just to make sure everything was connected good and solid. So yeah, I have a link below. Get one of these. Everybody needs one of these. So, like I was saying, these batteries are 2 6 volts over here connected in series to make 12 volts, 2 6 volts here in series to make 12 volts. They're parallel together. At here, positive to positive, negative to negative. And right now I'm equalizing them. So I just added this set over here. So I'm equalizing it by giving them both a full charge with my battery charger. So this is just a manual automotive one. It does 10 amps on and off for a while until it's full. So let that go overnight. Two of those equalize. They were already both full, but that'll just make sure the batteries are all balanced well. So moving on to the inverter. This inverter I got from Amazon as well. Everything I got here is from Amazon. They got everything you need. And as an affiliate, I benefit from when you guys buy from there. So link below for this one too, and for this cable. All these cables here are, I believe, 4 gauge coming from my inverter. You're gonna want to get some connectors for all these different spots. But basically, inverter, you connect it, red goes to red in your battery bank, black goes to black. So I got my black here coming from my solar charge system and inverter, because I have those both connected at the same spot right there. So those jump together. And then with the positive, I have inverter coming off, goes to this positive, and this here is a positive coming from the solar charge controller. That meets up here where this power is going to be connected right here in a minute. Well, actually no, right over here, because that's how you power the inverter. Positive, positive, negative, negative. I just have that out of the way for now while I'm getting these equalized. I didn't want to set it all up yet, and I'm changing that other charge controller. So this here is a 100 watt I believe it's called blade fuse. It's in line between the batteries and the inverter, and also it's between the inverter and the charge controller, because my power I use directly off battery and solar at the same time, you know, when it's charging, of course. So you want to have one of those. I've never blown one, don't think I ever will. So that's pretty simple. I'm coming up here, we'll be hooking up the new charge controller. Alright everyone, I got this controller installed. All I did was switch the positives from the last one over to the positives, positive, negative, negative. The battery's hooked up here. Solar power hooked up here. It is 1:30 in the morning, and my lights are running on these batteries right now. I mean, that's what it takes, guys. If you have more questions, make sure you leave comments below. Right now, you can see this is back on. When there's enough power from my batteries, or solar or wind, it'll be flanking from here, from the batteries to here. And when it switches over to the grid, it switches to that. And I can simply go through the settings. Low switch when it's 11.4 to switch to the grid. When my charge comes up to 12.8, switches back to power on the solar panels. And there you go. If you want to change those settings, you just go to it, hold this down, up and down, hold it down and save it. Same thing with full. I'm keeping it the same. So this here is called the dump load thing. That's for when the wind power gets, the batteries are completely full and has a lot of extra power from the wind. This will break my wind turbine as well if there's too much speed coming in. So kind of the same thing, too much power, it breaks it and then turns it into heat. You know, so this is all at your own risk, guys, remember that. And I'm an Amazon affiliate, so if you guys can buy from the links below, that would really help me out and my family during these hard times. So I haven't even started messing with these settings yet, but This thing will tell me, well, so I guess that means it's nighttime because there's no power coming in. The wind is, well, it's not hooked up. I didn't get the, I gotta go get the wind turbine up. Next good day I get, good weather. But it says it's using power from this load, which the only thing on my load is this. It senses the battery power, and that's all that's doing. And this is it for now, guys. Make sure you grab one of these. All the stuff I have in the link below, and you'll be set. Thanks for tuning in. Like and subscribe. Share this tell your friends how easy it is to get your solar hooked up. Definitely costs a lot of money though. Thank you.